Alright, so a quick look at this dock. So this is from Anker. This is part of the Prime series of device. The model is DL7400. Now before we look at the dock, let's look at the cable that are included so we can get them out of the way. So first we have this power cable. You can see the connector here. So this is a two-prong plug, no ground. There is no power brick included because everything is inside this dock. Next we have this USB cable. So this is just an average cable. Doesn't look super quality, but I think it's good enough. Now the dock itself is very substantial, looks kind of cool. Now this is not in metal, that I think is just plastic that is aluminum colored. The dock is substantial, it is very heavy. That's because the power supply is included inside the dock. Now in front of the dock you have this OLED screen. It's not on right now, but this screen is used to display power output, screen resolution, the time, things of that sort. There's a dial on the side to select what is being displayed, and you can also use it to change certain settings. If we look at the back, the first part we have on the left side is a 2.5 gig Ethernet, so not just gigabit, it's 2.5, followed by a USB-A 2.0, I assume, since there's a small drawing of a mouse and keyboard on top. Next to that we have two USB 3.05 gigabit per second, and then we have one display port and then two HDMI. Now I think all of these three are all DisplayLink output. None of them are USB out mode hybrid. The next one is a USB-C for the uplink to the laptop, and then at the very right side is our power plug, so the two-prong one. In the front on the left we have an SD card slot, so SD and micro SD. This is followed by three USB-C ports. So the first one, the first two on the left is 10 gigabit per second, and then the third one is only 5 gigabit per second, and then we have a headphone jack. So in terms of ports, this is very generous. Now there is two very important things to know about this dock. First, it is limited to 10 gigabit per second, so it's not a super fast dock. And two, this is a DisplayLink dock. Now if you don't know what a DisplayLink dock is, let me explain. So on a regular dock, the USB cable has some lane dedicated for the video signal, and everything gets sent through those lanes uncompressed. On a DisplayLink dock, that's not how it works. Everything gets encoded first, and it's sent through the USB cable as data packet, and then the dock is responsible to decode those packets, turn that back into the picture, and then send that picture out through the HDMI and DisplayPort. So for that to work, you will have to install a driver on your computer. It's called the DisplayLink Manager. Without that, you won't get any video signal from this dock. Now there is some dock that has a USB alt mode hybrid. So basically one port that is USB alt mode, and the other ones are DisplayLink only. This one I'm not too sure, but for sure the two HDMI port are not hybrid, so without the DisplayLink Manager, those ports doesn't work at all. The only one that I didn't get to test is the display port. So the advantage of a DisplayLink dock is that it bypassed the limitation of your original hardware. So for example, if you have a MacBook Air M1 which supports only one external display, if it's connected to this dock, you get triple display out of it, and one of them can go all the way to 8K. Now the disadvantage is that one, it takes memory, it takes CPU cycle, it adds latency because of the encoding and decoding. It also adds a lot of jitter depending on what is on screen. So if you have a lot of screen refreshes, it could saturate the bandwidth of your USB, and then you can have drop frames. You can also see artifact. So in short, this is not a dock you want for gaming. If you need to do a lot of fast motion or video, this is, in my opinion, only good for productivity. Something else that is important to know is that HDCP content may not work, so depending on your operating system you may get lucky or not. So even though the DisplayLink chipset support HDCP, it really depends how it's being implemented. So along the encoding and decoding chain, something can be broken. So for example, if you try to play Netflix from a Mac, you'll get a black screen, you get the audio, but you don't get any picture. I've heard that on Windows it's supposed to work, but I haven't tried. Anyway, hopefully this is helping you out. Thank you very much for watching.
All right, everybody, here is the review of the Anker Prime docking station. Looking at this here, when I tell you that this thing really helped with my cable management, I had cables going all over the place compared to the Kensington that I did have, which was the Kensington SD5300T, but this new one, the power bank alone powering my work laptop here, has been absolutely amazing. It does connect up to 3 monitors. I do not have the 3rd monitor connected yet, but just the wire management behind has definitely taken a whole new level. No longer have to have the laptop plugged in because the old docking station did not fully charge the laptop. And then, of course, obviously the 3 USB-Cs on the front and the SD card in the back. And then looking in the back, let's see if we can get this pulled out real quick. You do have 2 HDMI, a DP port, 3 USB plugins. That one's for the mouse. Got 2 additional there. And there's the Ethernet cable there, power. And this, of course, goes directly to the laptop, and it is charging the laptop with 0 issues at all whatsoever. If you're looking for something that is going to be able to help with you cable management and make sure that all your things are being charged appropriately, as well as you can connect up to 3 monitors. Again, as you see, it shows HDMI 1 and 2 are connected. It has performance mode for cooling, and of course additional settings. But right here, it's definitely showing the power wattage that it's putting out. It does save power when it's not needed. It does turn the power source off going to the laptop unless it's actively in use. You'll actually see this power or wattage go down. But yeah, guys, that's my review on this docking station. Definitely 10 out of 10. I would suggest buying.
When my other docking station died, I reached out and got this Anker Prime docking station, the DL7400. This thing is awesome. It's a little pricey, over $200, but it is well worth it. It has fit my needs. I can put multiple monitors on it. Everything plugs in, has a nice clock in the front, and it's just a win. It is a great product, and I would recommend this to anybody.
Three, two, one.